Bonjour. Hi, my name is Benjamin. I've been teaching French for 10 years and I wrote a book. Precisely, I wrote a French pronunciation guide. It's called 38 French Sounds that will transform your pronunciation. So, I want to tell you about the story behind this book and why and how I wrote this book. My colleague and I, we are both French teachers and we've been teaching in centers, private schools, as well as adults to help them get better at French. But one of the things we noticed is no matter how good they were in French, they will always have trouble with pronunciation. And we feel that in any syllabus or private school or even like language centers, pronunciation was something that was vastly underestimated because all students always had struggle to when they encounter new words that they were not familiar with. Of course, when they are with us, we are here to help them and explain them the mistake they could make and how to pronounce the word correctly, or just guide them about the pronunciation. But when they are on their own, it got a bit tricky. So what happened is for a year and a half, we've been working, him and I, Etienne, to create the ultimate pronunciation French course. In this course, we have laid out the whole French pronunciation. You're going to find all the sound that the French we make, even the tricky one, especially like I think the nasal, like en, un, and the r and the r, like in Robert. So basically all the sound you can find, you can think of, or even the one you don't know yet, we map them out in our French course. So that's where the idea comes from, is after we created this course, there is something that I want to offer for free to learners that's going to be useful when they are working on their pronunciation on their own and as well as following the course. So I wanted to create a support that students will use while watching the videos and also that they could use on their own, like a guide they could come back to each time they have a doubt about a French sound they are unsure of or they want to discover a new one. So it's like a guide you can come back anytime you need. It's always there, it's ready to be used, and I think it's very practical when you're learning French, and hopefully it is. So this is how I get the idea about writing this book. But I didn't know where to start design-wise, like how it's going to look. I was, of course, like as a French teacher, I've created like a lot of materials, but I've never wrote a book. I didn't know really where to start about the design. And I remember that I've been following a guy and his name is John Yashue. I don't know if I say it correctly. He's mostly talking about YouTube and how YouTube works, the algorithm behind it, everything related to YouTube basically. And I think it was very interesting because he wrote a book about, I think it's called 100, if I remember correctly, it's 100 viral videos. And I wrote the book and I think it provide like a very good value. I really like the design. So I got the design from him and inspired me to use this design for the book. Okay, so now we have the idea, we have the design, but how are we going to show the sound? Because you know when you're learning a new sound, like I'm going to tell you, hey, the sound un, look at me, it's pronounced un. And the visual for the mouse is great, like you have in the video and you can see and you can mimic me, but we wanted to go deeper than that. We wanted like to have a drawing of the mouse that will be explaining exactly what is happening inside your mouse. So Etienne found an artist that drew all the French sound for us. So Etienne basically make a rough drawing of the sound, explaining the sound, and the artists make it so it looks better. And she did a fantastic job showing how the mouse actually work when you pronounce a French sound. So It was very important for us to offer a drawing that will really enhance the quality and the visual that you can have for a sound. Okay, so now I have the idea, I have the design, we have the visual, but how I'm going to actually put everything together. So for this, it's actually quite simple. I follow the course we have created with Etienne. In the course, we have mapped out all the French language by sound, and for each sound, we have a lesson videos and then interactive activity about these videos. So what I did is I took all the sound we've seen into the course and I create like a little fish for each sound that you can find in the course and which are the sound of the French language. So let me show you actually what I mean. So here we have the book. For the visual you see on the front page, the main page, the cover page, the visual you see on the cover page are the one Etienne made, and I think they look absolutely fabulous. It's a nouveau art style, and that's the visual you're going to find in the course as well. We have used them in the book to illustrate the words and new words or French words. It's a visual support. Then when we say words, we also give you a visual support for it. And that's where this picture comes from. I think they looks very, very good. I think they looks absolutely stunning. And it's very nice to have this kind of visual when you're learning. So yeah, we do a little introduction. And what I want to show you is on the phonetic alphabet. So basically, for pronunciation, we have the IPA, which is the International Phonetic Alphabet, and we use it for French as well, of course. And for each French sound, you have an IPA letters or a couple of IPA letters who match it. I know this can feel a bit overwhelmed, so that's why I create this chart. Here you have the French phonetic chart. For each, you can see that I regroup sound depending of where they belong to. So we have different sections: vowel, the letter E, consonants, consonant cluster, vowel cluster, and nasal. And for any sound, you can click on any sound and it will link to what I call the fish for each sound. So for example, let's go with the sound, any sound. Let's take the sound V. Sorry, I said it in English. The sound V, comme vélo. So here for each sound is going to look exactly like this. We have what your mouth should look like, is a drawing that I told you before, with an explanation of everything that's going on in your mouth when you say V. So here you can say where is the sound V, your vocal cords are vibrating, and the airflow is of course coming from your mouth, so it's a sound where you have to expulse air. The tongue is pulled backwards, and also your lower lips are curled slightly. V, v, v. And the air, of course, is escaping slowly between your teeth and your lower lip. V, v. That's how your mouth should look like for the sound V. You have the sound link. I'm going to click that and I'm going to show you that just after. For each sound, we have a little tip. Usually it's something that will refer to the English language or something that will be easier for you to remember how to pronounce the word. We have common mistakes that we notice how learners tend to do these mistakes, so we put them there so you don't have to do them. But maybe if you do, you will realize that you're making them and you can correct your pronunciation. And for each sound, we put 3 examples words so you can see how it is in words. So for example, here we have van, which is a French city, vol, and avocat. And at the end, I put a little sentence. It's funny or not sometimes. I mean, it depends on how you like French humor, I guess. And but yeah, I try to get creative. Sometimes it works, sometimes maybe it doesn't. But they're there anyway. So yeah, that's for each sound like this. This book, I don't know if I was clear before, but it's completely free. This French pronunciation guide or book is completely free. I'm going to put the link down below. You can click on it. You just have to put your email address and I will send you the book right away. If you have any question or remark, you can leave them down below. I will be happy to reply and read them. I put a lot of thought and work in this book. I forgot. So for example, here for the sound U, we have again the layout I showed you just before, and we have a sound link. So here you can click on it, and it's going to open the page where you have the French phonetic chart again, but this time you have my sound. So this is on my website, cecielafrance.com, and on the French you have the French phonetic chart, and on this chart you can click on the sound or any sound, and you will have my voice and the word. So for example,
cela.
So I made this chart because it's complementary to the book. If you're not following the course, you still have access to how to pronounce the sound or how to pronounce the word. And you have this for all the sound. And I'll give you a bit more example down there. And you have a link to the course thing if that's something that will interest you. But yes, everything is free. Click on the link and you will have just put your email and I will send you the book right away. As I said, if you have any question or remark, or you just want to connect, you can put a comment on it or visit the website. I will be happy to, or you can book a call with us. I will be happy to talk about how we can help you enhance your French pronunciation.